read your mind. Welcome to the Supercar Diaries and welcome to one of our South African special episodes here back in Johannesburg at the fantastic race that have been building our Novitec cars, amongst others, for many, many years. Also, a huge thank you to Zach from Santon Supercars, who's the man behind the camera and organizing a lot of these goodies. Now, you probably realize what this is all about, peeking over my shoulder. So without further ado, put-a-boom! We're in Johannesburg. People, it's frick warm over here. It's like probably about 35, 36 degrees. Probably a bit more than that because we've got a hot Liberty Walk Toyota Supra over here that we're going to take out today. There's quite a bit happening. Ray's built this car, the exterior on this car, and from the word go, you can probably realize that it's very much about show. It's amazing how low this car is. As we always do with the iPhone, the test for suspension. Look at that. This is ridiculously low, but it's not for driving like this. This car's been fitted with an air suspension, so you can just lift a switch and the car will raise to a drivable position, as you're gonna see in a couple of seconds. Riding super low, that lip is about as depressing to the ground as you can find. So low. It's got these side fins. I enjoy those in black, chasing the air around the back. Now, not a lot of this kit is very aero functional, like it will do some, but I don't know if it's going to make the car much faster. However, this kit, as we said, is very much about the look. The car is super wide. On this side, the rear tire is very visible from the side, like the side skirt just sort of creeping in underneath, and then continuing at the back, how this is bulging over the shoulder. These massive 295 30s R20s XL extra large, thank you, massive rear tires. From here you can see how they so much wider, how's it guys, so much wider than the ones in the front. It's a fit car. It's got a stance like this, and the rear is probably one of the most attractive things about this car. Let me know just how attractive this is over here. She's a freaking vinyl. It's like your face. I'm clinging to this camera. Blown away. I was not expecting it. This car is so incredibly alive, and it's burbling like crazy. I hope the GoPros are still attached to the car. Okay, anyways, this car shares a lot of its structural DNA with the BMW Z4. As a matter of fact, as you said, with the engine thing, there was also this cooperation. This has very little to do that because they've changed so much on it, the Liberty Walk version. I'm not sure who worked and fiddled with the engine and all that, but Race, as we said, did the body kit, and I know that this motor now churns out 770 horsepower, which is just mind-blowingly ridiculous for this Batmo fling, and then nearly 1,000 Newton meters of torque. That's 948 to be exact. Oh, come on, people. It's a very proper sound that you're getting from that turbocharged inline six-cylinder, to be honest. I think if the likes of some of the other supercar manufacturers have not gone V6, sometimes a bit tricky to get the sound to really go ape. But in this, mother. It's always those little black back burps. Makes no sense to do it over here, but then this is pinch out your eyeballs ridiculous. You're going to give me whiplash. And you're thinking that you're going at the speed of light. We're actually still driving humane speeds. I mean, we are in the city. Think of this big road, 80 k's an hour. You don't really want to go much faster because let me know down in the comments what you think about this car so far. That's the big question, isn't it? OTT or absolutely perfect? So let's go back into manual. There's a bit of turbo lag, and then when that comes in, it's fierce. That's what you just mentioned, Zach. Your neck, send me the bill. That's what he's getting. It's like it's positioned right underneath my bum. It's going. Now, something that even all the normal Supras have is this indentation in the roof that gives it this sort of concave look and Batmobile-ish vibe. But then this rear wing from Liberty Walk, carbon fiber over here, is a massive, massive thing. A very prominent diffuser with the two outlets at the back. In standard form, it's about nearly 400 horsepower and about 600 Newton meters of torque, but not in this Liberty Walk version. There's been some wizardry going on down there. It now churns out 770 horsepower and nearly 950 Newton meters of torque. Now, the engine up front is a straight 6 3-litre turbocharged engine. There's a very cool story about that. I think it bases off the N55 engine that they wanted to use for this car, but Toyota wasn't really happy with that. They said that it didn't quite actually fit their standards of quality. They wanted it to be more tough, so they went into a combination work, into a cooperation work with BMW. As you know, this shares a lot with the Z4 BMW, and so that I think it's a the B58 motor was designed. So you know that whatever's in there has been Toyota Tough approved, this also being the Gazoo racing version. So really, they meant for this motor to be able to take the punishment. And this car has caused a lot of hype on social media in South Africa. Yeah, cool. People are so generous in South Africa. They like stop and switch off the car to ask if they can go by. Very different in other countries, eh? Yes, like the presence that it has, not just visually. You can have this car stand on the sidewalk with an empty tank of fuel and it'll get loads and loads of publicity. As a matter of fact, Zach said they started a separate Instagram account for this car. That's that LBWK_Supra. That's for this car. They said within the first week they got 1,000 followers. Within the first week. We're not talking presenting a car. We're just talking pictures and videos. It screams for attention. And then you turn the key. Hey guys, I think that's about it for us driving this car for the video. So thanks so much for joining us, and if you haven't yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Novitec Group, and give us some comments what you think about this car. And also, if you want to follow us on Instagram, Beyond the Cock, that's me personally, or you can follow us at Novitec Group. Santon Supercars Race 1_ who did the build on this car. Keep your eyes out for the POV. It's going to be in traffic. next time, adios.